And welcome back, y'all, to the best podcast in the motherfucking world. We taking over Harlem one block at a time. It's the man, the myth, the guru, Dre, like the doctor, accompanied by the one and only Donnie, aka Harlem DVD. And we taking this time to make the most out of the lemons, right? We sipping the lemonade right now. So you wasn't gonna get something like this. This the camera. You wasn't gonna get something like this had the lemons not dropped. But now we're gonna make lemon drops.
That's a fact. Lemon drops are good. You know what I mean? They going viral on TikTok and shit. You know what I mean?
But what's good, Donnie? How you feeling? How you feel about getting back into the swing of things?
I learned that lemons are not as bitter as they
Keeping up with the lemon things. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you don't run into a couple of lemons. You know what I mean? But again, it's like it's how you know what I mean? Alter what you consider a lemon, right? For me, I had to lower my standards of what success looked like. I was telling this to Shatima. I used to put success on a big scale. Like, I used to make it huge, like, yo, psh. But it's like I started to make my successes smaller, make it bite-sized. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I did this today, I bet that's an accomplishment, right? And try to squeeze in as many accomplishments in one day as I can. And and saying that I am doing something. You know what I mean? I think, in this business, the best people are their hardest critics.
Yep.
So it's like I'm always telling myself, nigga, why are you sitting? Why are you standing? Why are you working? Now this has to be out. This has to be out. This has to be out.
I tell you that too.
Yeah, as you should. I am. You are. We are.
Design to conquer. Hello.
But yeah, man. I want to know, how have you been able to consistently provide content? Right. It's like, yo, like I go to my page, right, and this is a good FYI, right. Motherfuckers be like, yo, why you not answer my phone calls and you just post it on your story? Right? And I'm like, yo, it's not me. It's just all business, right? It's not me. My man's got my password to my shit. It's like I'm not in my inbox for the dumb shit, right? I'm not into the DMs and all that. So, but you always do, and you do it consistently. And you do when I don't even have the time to do it, right? How do you find it? How do you find the I don't know, the passion, I don't know, to post and post and post and post?
I think that with this new form of accessibility, like with content creation and learning about things, the biggest thing that drives people is FOMO, like fear of missing out, right? And the content that I record is like, yo, I just did this shit, I just did that, I randomly got into here, but then when I'm dealing with other clients, you as an example, my phone's you as an example, it's about figuring out what the audience will gravitate towards. Right now, since we're doing the no gatekeeping, a majority of the things that I'm posting is just to remind the people back.
Right.
So staying consistent with that. And what that looks like is just sharing content again, right? Like the stuff that we created already. You got around like 4,000 followers, right? Like, but not all 4,000 of those people see the content.
That's right.
What I learned is from our episode 1, season 1 from Belchers. Post that shit every day. Every day. So for me, generating the content is the process. But sharing it and having it out and circulating is the easy part. It's getting you like, all right, bro, let's do this video. Go outside on the thing and let's record that. That'd be the tedious part. That'd be the time consuming part. But once we got it, we could just drop it as many times as we need on different platforms. Mm-hmm. Right? And a lot of people get caught up in the one platform process. They want to just they want to bend the social media platform to their will, right? Like what I was telling you the other day, I was like, yo, get on the Facebook is where it's at. Like,
you said TikTok.
The TikTok, I still haven't mastered yet, but for me, Facebook is gonna pay the fastest.
Right.
You stay consistent with that. You drop those pieces of content on there. You able to accelerate your process. Facebook for me is lit because it's not limited to one or two forms of content, meaning photos or videos. That's all Instagram is. Facebook, you got videos, photos, text. So you can have conversations back and forth, and that's where a lot of people talk at. When people talk, that count as engagement.
So it's like, so if you was to like create something for Design to Conquer, right? Like, how would you market that? Like, how are you marketing Design to Conquer right
I'm marketing with this, right? Like even with the check-in and all the other things that I do. So I'll backtrack. Design to Conquer is a creative tech company that focuses on social media, website, email marketing.
now?
So our main priority is making sure that your website is the place that people go to, right? Because you own your domain name, whatever it is, .com, .org, .net, .nyc, you own that. That's your property,
All right.
and that's where all the people need to go into. And this process right here of creating content on another platform is geared towards sending everybody back to my page. So the purpose behind all of the endeavors that I get into, whether it's
Design to Conquer has the label on all of them.
you get what I'm
And
saying,
so when you look back to the trail goes back to Design to Conquer.
.com, right? And then that's where you
Everyone
decide,
.com, right? The
right?
website.
The .com. So at the end of the day, whether it's through YouTube and people are learning industry specific standards or learning how to become an entrepreneur within their desired industry through the no gatekeeping with you, whether it's through Instagram where we share reels and photos of the activities or the events, or using the stories aspect in Facebook and Instagram to shed light on the things that we currently doing. The whole purpose is to drive people curious enough to learn more to the source.
Conquer.
Design to Conquer.
.com.
.com. You feel me? Yeah. So all of the intentions are there, and it's gradually learning how to get people to always do what you want. Like that's my mind frame. Every day I think of like, how do I get this person?
To do
I
whatever,
mean,
right. So what's the next steps
with Design to Conquer, with everything.
with Design to Conquer?
The next steps with Design to Conquer are to be overbooked. I want to have the ability to then put other people in position to win. But it has to start with me. I got to build the credibility. You got to know trust, right? Like the biggest thing is the trust factor, building authority. Those words and those principles matter, right? Like you could validate me 110% in rooms that I'm not in. And that part is what's important.
Right.
And maybe I think that was the
Yeah.
we're gonna have a little quick, we getting ready for the next interview. But brand authority, as well as influence is important. It's allowing myself to get clients that really fuck with what I'm doing and how I do things, to the point where I gotta be like, I bet I can't do it. I'm gonna then bring on this other person that's valid enough to do it. And then they'll be able to build a network and a community and correspondence, and then ultimately down the line have it where I can then just employ people.
Right.
Like, yo, here's like being like a recruiting company for the clients that I already have. Like, yo, I already got somebody that could be a personality. I hired Donnie out for X amount of month contract where he does X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Price point is this. You get that, and you get paid, right? Or hire this individual for your web development. They'll be your project manager.
So you want to be the place to put people in position.
Correct. Because we are Design to Conquer. Not just me, right?
I am, you are, we are.
Design to Conquer.
It's funny you say that because I think that is what you all about, because I know I'm about creating my platform, right? And it's like, yo, this is the space to do it. I'll help you do it, right? It's like, yo, this is the place to do it, right? And I'm gonna help you do it. And it's like, all right. And it's like, oh shit, like you've really been helping me do it, right? And it's like, damn, I don't know where I'll be, you know what I mean, before this, right? But it also comes with the boot camp, right? It's like, yo, you want this? All right, cool, right? And I think that's what Design to Conquer should be too. Like, it should be the boot camp, nigga. It should come with automatic Dre response. Backing like a bitch. Fucking get up. Stop being lazy. Nigga, you wasted my time, nigga. You lied, nigga. And nigga, I know I don't believe you. Nope, you're not gonna do it till I see you do it. Nigga, you all talk. You know what I mean? And mind you, it's like people say they want things until they actually come across the things it takes to get them. And goddamn, like in that moment, it's decisions that have to be made. It's like, yo, do you really want this or do you don't? Because it's like, yo, you have to get up, you have to come here, you have to sacrifice, you have to spend this, you have to be broke, you have to be tired, you have to be confused, you have to be angry, you have to be upset, you have to be so it's like, do you want this, nigga? You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, yes. And the weird shit about that is like, you're not going to see results within that, right? Because it's like, number one, the first step is doing. Right, it's not seeing, it's doing. Right, so I mean, your objective is not to see the results; is to do it. Right, and then as you're doing it, then you start to objectify. You start to objectify the results. Right, you start to do things differently for the results now. So now you're not so solely focusing on just starting and just doing. You focusing on getting results now, which is different. It's like, oh shit, it's like, oh, it's a process, right? And it's just like, damn. When I think about Design to Conquer, right, I think of it as like. It saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you can now take this and put into other aspects of your life, right? It's like, yo, it's like, do you really want this? Because you know what I mean? Because like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dre's in the back of my head for a lot of the shits I make, a lot of the decisions I make outside of no gatekeeping, right? It's like, yo, and it's like, oh shit, right? And it's scary sometimes. It's haunting. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, but it's like,
niggas gotta make that shit happen, bro.
Right? Because the reality is, when you want something, it's euphoric. It's a euphoric feeling. So you know you want it, right? But when Dre's thoughts kick into my mind, that is also my mind saying, you know what this comes with if you want this, and that's fire to me, right? That's what Design to Conquer provided for me, right? The voice, right? The voice for you know what I mean, being realistic, right? Yeah, you could have it, but realistically speaking, this is what it's going to take to get it, right? So
I think that even hearing that is humbling and exciting, because a lot of thought and effort goes into obtaining something, whether it be the micro wins that you set aside from yourself as opposed to gigantic ones, right? Like, so those small ones still have an effect, they still have value. But then when you go after, for me, and how I see a lot of shit is all obtainable, right? Like, anything is obtainable. You either spend two things. You either spend time or you spend money. A lot of people rather would spend time doing something that they could spend money on,
right,
and get to the next task. You got people that are great, amazing chefs and cooks and shit, but they want to design the package. They want to make the logo. They want to have the website set up for, and it's just like,
not being realistic.
You right. And then
and don't get twisted. It's obtainable, but yeah, I'm sorry.
But then you also have individuals, you know, on not to say that like bacon and all that other shit is self-sufficient or things like that, but it's more so like you'll have individuals who prioritize certain aesthetics.
Right.
Right? Like, so you decide the lifestyle that you want to live, and then that dictates what you value in communication or in value in what you want to obtain. Some people will do not excessive, but you know, lifestyle related things like, yeah, I go out to eat a lot, or I always do. So at the end of the week, you spending X amount of dollars, hundreds of dollars, when you could be investing that into your business.
It had no value.
Right. And what investing into your business looks like is paying for, you know, somebody to handle certain things that you yourself can't do while you maintain your lifestyle, plus gotta work, plus build your business, plus live life and pay rent and all of that other shit. So it's difficult being an entrepreneur, and then it's even more challenging being a business owner, because an entrepreneur is the person that just, I understand what's going on for myself and how I can maintain these things and do all of that. But a business owner thinks
you're not necessarily making sacrifices as an entrepreneur.
You could very well be making
but
sacrifices, but it's self sufficient and self rewarding and self gratifying. So it's not necessarily thinking about how to deal with other people or how to manage certain situations from a managerial position or entrust somebody to do the job. So the business owner aspect it's more of pulling yourself out of the business and seeing how it and being unbiased in what you can and can't do, or how long you could do anything. How long it'll take for you to obtain the desired outcome, right? Like, so in 5 years, I should be able to be so well known and so well desired that I myself don't even have to work anymore. I can then hire and have an established network of designers or creators in general that come in and work and do the job and make things happen.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When I think about, right, what I used to spend my money on and when I'm spending my money on now, right, it's like, oh shit, and I'm spending my money on a lot more than what I spent my money on, right? It's like, oh shit. But it's like, I could live with the sacrifice. You know what I mean? And when I realized I could live with the sacrifice, it's like, I bet. And I think that it's what people don't see, right? People will never see a negative account balance, right? They may see me smiling and but they never know, like, oh yeah, my account was in the negative, nigga. I spent everything. I spent more than what I actually had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I know there is a tomorrow and a better day, and I know there's more money coming in, right? So it's like, you know, my biggest I don't want to say challenge, but my biggest goal is to know how to save money while continuing to make these same sacrifices, right? It's like saving and making sacrifices. It's like, what? You know what I mean? Those two S words don't go in the same sentence. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then it's like, all right, can you prioritize your sacrifices? Right? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, so for instance, the shirts, right? I didn't pay Bean, you know what I mean, for the joint. I had to pay him the next joint, right? So I had to prioritize, right? It was like, yo, like, it's, you know what I mean, like, as a sacrifice I had to make. But within that, what do you lose? You lose the opportunity of having it quicker and sooner. But it's like, yo, I have to, this is more important than the shirts right now. So it's like, you have to prioritize, you know, because the reality is when you're sacrificing for it, it's important. You know what I mean? For me, it's important, right? It's not a pair of Rick Owens I'm spending $1,000 on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, these sacrifices are important. It's like, and it's bigger than me. That's what I love about it. It's bigger than me. You know what I mean? Like, giving those kids those wings. Like, yo, first of all, to go get the wings, right? Niggas don't even know how I got, the sacrifices I had to make, right? I didn't Uber Eats those shits. Sacrifices. You know what I mean? Right. I'm gonna sit up. To get the wings that day, I had paid for it in advance, paid for pickup, had to leave my class 10 minutes early, get on the city bike, because if I did the driving thing, there's red lights. On the city bike, it's just a go. So I had to go straight to Atomic Wings. And that's another thing. It's like, yo, Wingstop is down the block from my school. I'm like, you're not getting Wingstop. You're not getting bum-ass Wingstop. Not for my money. You know what I mean? And I didn't have no wings. I didn't even have no wings. I went all the way to Harlem to get them Atomic Wings, right? On the thing, I brought a piece of cardboard, I brought a wire, wrapped the wings, make sure I didn't go over any potholes. Sauce dripping, ran downstairs, gave them the wings. The crowd went crazy, right? You know what I mean? I made my speech. You know what I mean?
You had a speech?
Heavy on the speech. Because the goal of the wings was to have a 95% positivity rate, right? Because in our school, we give referrals and we give kickball points, right? Kickball points increase your positivity rate. Referrals brings it down, right? Referrals, if you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, right?
Like conduct referrals.
Right. Shit, right? And for me, it's like, if you got 95%, shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that means you know what I mean? It's like, yo, these you did that. You know what I mean? I want to keep you focused. And not everyone in the lunchroom had 95%. But I just think about sacrifices, right? It's like, yo, like, I promised them something, it has to happen, right? By it happening, it was bigger than me, right? So it's like, I want to continue to make sacrifices that are like, I don't know, bigger than me. And saving is hard, bro. Saving money is hard. You know what I mean? It's tough. Like it's tough. Like, You know what I mean? Like, I remember I used to buy outfits for the episodes. I used to go and buy a new outfit for the episodes or some shit. You know what I mean? Now it's like, yo, like, I'm trying to throw in some shit that you might not even see before in my closet because I ain't trying to. It's different. It's different.
I think one is commendable to do things like that for the kids and providing that kind of thing. It's more so balancing out the real sacrifices, right? Like you may have to just redefine what a sacrifice is, or give them levels. The kid shit is a cold red, right? Like that's the highest, most. You know what I mean, we making it happen with nothing else, right? Like the outfit shit, yeah, that's definitely not a fucking sacrifice. You definitely don't got to do that. But now at least you got 6 crispy pairs of fits that you can then turn the 6 into like 36, 6 different outfits with the 6. Mathematician over there. You get the 36. That's a month and some change.
Amen.
Of fits, right? Like so you got to account for that. But then ultimately is creating that balance, right? Like for me, you got in business, they got profits and loss, the P&Ls, the bottom line. Like that's when you really gotta look at the numbers and account for the expenses. You gotta be there and see like, yo, this how much bread I spend on going out to eat. This how much this is how much it costs for me to live. That's how I base my prices for my business. Everything included. Con Ed.
Counts and balances.
Like the rent, all of these things. Or everything that it costs for me to just be alive in New York City. The cost of living in New York City is how I price point my services. And so everything else is like extra, right? Like so with people who already have guaranteed income, with people that already have a broken down income mindset, right? Like, oh, I know I'm gonna get this amount. I know I'm gonna get that amount. You just thinking of the checkpoint, like how much bread you gonna get from that,
right?
Versus how do I get
that?
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the difference. How do I get this amount of bread versus this how much bread I got to
spend?
Yeah, we in here. Yeah, we live. Once again, at the best podcast in the motherfucking world. We about to get into it.
Yo, the second time.